What's up, guys? It's Christian here, and today I'll be previewing the Liverpool versus Brighton game, and I'll be telling you my score predictions and what I think will happen over the course of the 90 minutes in the match. So last season, Liverpool won both matches. One was in December, one was in May, by scores of 5-1 and 4-0. So they won both games very comfortably, and that's why I believe it could be very comfortable again this time around, even though it's a different season. Brighton's been playing better. Obviously, they won 3-2 at their home stadium against Man United last weekend, and that's a huge win for them, especially when they lost 2-0 against Watford on the opening weekend. So they're on a high. They have high hopes right now, and their high spirits and high confidence might come into this game and play, and it might be something that Liverpool's going to have to shut down if they want to really earn the 3 points like they did against Crystal Palace and West Ham. And Brighton, they played very well against Man United. Now, then again, Man United's in shambles right now, and they're playing really bad. Mourinho's a mess with his players. He's not getting the best out of them. They're playing poor soccer. Even the Leicester win wasn't that comfortable anyway. And even though they won, I guess, comfortably in some ways, they didn't play well. And Leicester had chances to win that game too, or even steal a point at Old Trafford. So, sure, the big win for Brighton against Man United, it is big. Like, don't get me wrong, beating Man United for a team that just got promoted last season, kind of struggled, but they were up there, and they kind of finished comfortably at the end of the season. It's still a huge win for them, especially when they're going to probably look to be in a relegation battle again. And 3 points against Man United when most teams won't earn 3 points or even a point, that's huge for them. So that's why I believe they're going to be having high confidence coming to Anfield, and there's a chance they could steal points. But Liverpool hopefully have their guard up, and playing there, they earn 3 points, not 1, not 0. So hopefully that happens, but who knows. So their goal scorers were Glenn Murray, Pascal Gross, and I forget the third one. I think it was Duffy, their center back. And scoring 3 goals against United is a big deal. Now, will they do that against Liverpool? My guess is no, because if you look at this season so far, they lost 2-0 at Watford. They won 3-2 at their home stadium. So it looks like they play worse on the road. And in my opinion, Watford's home stadium versus Anfield is a much tougher place to get any points from, especially for a team that's looking to probably be in the lower half of the table, which that's probably going to be Brighton. So I expect Liverpool to come ready to play, just like they did against West Ham, just like they were against Crystal Palace, who were a very tough team to play. And I expect them to earn the 3 points. It's just how it is. Liverpool needs to stay on pace with City. I'm going to keep saying that because that's how it's going to have to be if we want to challenge for a title. We have to stay tight with them, and we can't drop points while they keep winning. And especially when they have De Bruyne out, we got to try to take advantage while they don't have arguably their best player. And there's a much more likely chance they will drop points while he's out instead of him being on the field, because he just makes them 10 times more dangerous. And we just can't afford to drop points at any stage of the season. So hopefully we do earn the 3 points against Brighton. I expect us to. And it looks like our new signings continue to play better. Alisson made some very incredible saves against Crystal Palace. He made the save on the free kick, and there were a lot of other good saves that he made. He's been looking great on the ball. When we give him back the ball, he's great with his feet, makes fantastic passes. And Naby Keita looked great too. Now, did he finish his chance? He had a couple chances. One on the first half, he had it on the left side of the goal, and he didn't get great contact, and I went out for a corner or a goal kick. And the second one was when Mo Salah got on the break, and he had to cut back because somebody got a touch on it, and it went almost out of bounds. And then he scuffed it, Naby Keita, and it went wide of the post. That was in the second half. Either way, he's been playing fantastic football, and there's no reason why he will continue to grow and be more comfortable in the Liverpool midfield. The question will be, will Fabinho get his debut this week? My question is, why hasn't he got it yet? And there's been some speculation as he just isn't like fit, and he's also not like ready to get tactically in there. And something similar kind of happened last year with Andrew Robertson. If you remember, he didn't play till the second game. This will obviously be the third game this season, so it's a little later. But I expect Fabinho to potentially be on at least the bench. Maybe he'll get some minutes off the bench. Who knows? But, I mean, it's not like we need him necessarily, because not only is it Brighton, it's also that our midfield's been playing really good. Milner's been playing great. Wijnaldum's been playing very good as well. And obviously Naby Keita has been probably the best of the three, arguably. I think that's up for debate. But either way, they're all playing very well. And maybe there's no reason why we need somebody else to come in if they're playing this great. Plus, we have Henderson off the bench and Lallana as well. So there's definitely options off the bench if we don't need Fabinho currently. But he will be helpful in important games because he'll be a protection for the back line that necessarily some of the other midfielders aren't playing that certain style, because that's just not their game. They're like, they don't even have that tactic necessarily. They can do it, but not at the level of Fabinho, if you've seen it at Monaco and how great he's played. And if we want to win, we're going to have to score, and that means Mane, Firmino, and Salah. I am waiting for Firmino to get on the goal scoring sheet, but that's all right because he's not known for, I guess, his goal scoring. It's more of just opening up for Salah, Mane, and making runs back to get the ball from the midfielders or just open up space. That's honestly what his best trait is for Liverpool, and that just gives open options for Liverpool's other attackers, Salah, Mane. Even when Sturridge comes in and stuff like that, he's perfect for that as well. Now, I'm not sure what Brighton will do, because if you watch the game against Crystal Palace, they were very compact, didn't let Salah, Mane make runs and stuff to just drive at them like West Ham did, which they were very open, and they allowed us to counterattack and just beat them. Now, we got the counterattack at the end of the game, but that's when Crystal Palace was just being super aggressive. And then they just left themselves wide open, and Salah got a red card on their right back, and then we scored Mane's goal, and then after the 90th minute. So, will Brighton do that? My guess is no, because if you looked at how they played against Man United, it's not as compact. It is somewhat compact, but it's not as super compact as as Crystal Palace played against Liverpool. So I expect Brighton to play somewhat compact. Now, it's probably going to have to be a little more compact than it was against Man United, because Man United's not known for their pressing and where they like get guys forward like incredibly, like their left back and right back, like Ashley Young and Luke Shaw are not known for just like bursting down the wings and like adding numbers in the attack. Like, that's what Liverpool is. So I expect Brighton to be at least somewhat compact, and they're going to just try to sit back and then get it to Glenn Murray, Pascal Gross, Knockaert, and they're going to probably look to get a counterattack goal, which hopefully they don't. So going through all this stuff and what I think Brighton will do and their recent success against Man United and our success against Crystal Palace, I would expect Liverpool to win by the score of, let's go with 3-1. Actually, no, I'll go with 3-0 because I think Alisson is good enough to keep a clean sheet, and I expect us to score 3 goals because if you look at last season's games, we'll probably do the same thing. So I'll say, because Firmino, for some reason, hasn't gotten the goal scoring sheet, I won't say his name, hoping he will score. But I'll give 2 goals to Salah. And, we'll give first goal for Naby Keita in a Liverpool shirt in the Premier League. And Alisson will keep a clean sheet, thanks to Virgil van Dijk and Joe Gomez improving so much more. Joe Gomez has been a fantastic partner to Virgil van Dijk so far. He's shown a little glimpses of some errors, but you're going to get that as a young center back who isn't so used to the position because he's played right back and left back before. But he's been great for us. So this is my predictions for Liverpool's game against Brighton at Anfield, where we're going to get 3 points. Please leave your predictions in the comments below. Please like, subscribe, and just tell me what kinds of videos you want me to make in the future.